Black Lives Matter Global Foundation update, because this is a very important story, and I know that most Americans have no idea what's happening here. They don't know what Black Lives Matter is. One of the co-founders is a woman named Patrisse Cullors. She hosted an event in August, last month, and it was at Penn State. All right? And here's what she said.
Then there's a whole other conversation that's important that this audience understands, which is largely what we've recognized when vandalism and property is damaged during protests, that isn't often Black people, that oftentimes those are police instigators, and that oftentimes those are white supremacists who are causing more chaos. So we have to be really mindful before we go to judgment about what protests are happening and how they're happening. We have to know the history of how protests have been hijacked in the past and how they've been hijacked currently.
So police instigators and white supremacists are doing most of the looting and burning and things like that. Okay, I do want to remind you that the Black Lives Matter Global Foundation receives tens of millions of dollars from major corporations, all right? It is a Marxist group, but the money cannot go directly to BLM because it doesn't have tax-exempt status yet, all right? If Donald Trump's elected, he'll never have it. If Biden's elected, he'll have it the day after the election. Now, the money, the tens of millions of dollars, goes to a group called thousandcurrents.org. thousandcurrents.org. This is probably the most radical group in America. Check it out yourself. thousandcurrents.org. They do have tax-exempt status. They collect the money and then give it back to the Black Lives Matter Global Foundation.
Bill O'Reilly is back on TV and only on The First. No Spin News, every weeknight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on The First.